Have you ever heard someone claim the Bible is full of contradictions? It's a common argument, and today we're going to tackle a big one head-on. Not long ago in a debate, a skeptic named Dan Barker pointed to two verses to argue that the God of the Bible is a logical impossibility, like a square circle. Here's the alleged contradiction. In the New Testament, James 1:13 says, "God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man." But in the Old Testament, Genesis 22:1 in the King James Version says, God did tempt Abraham to sacrifice his son, Isaac. So, which is it? Does God tempt people or not? If one verse says he doesn't and another says he does, that seems like a major problem. But what if the problem isn't with the Bible, but with how we're reading it? This whole argument hinges on one word, tempt. And like many words, in English and in the original Hebrew, it can have more than one meaning. Think about it. In English, we park on a driveway and drive on a parkway. We can run a race, or run a business, or have a run in our stockings. Context is everything.
The Hebrew word used in Genesis 22:1 is nisa. While it can mean to tempt, its primary meaning, according to top Hebrew scholars and lexicons, is actually to test, or to try. This isn't some new discovery to explain away a problem. It's what the language experts have been saying for a very long time.
That's why if you pick up almost any modern translation of the Bible, the NIV, ESV, NASB, you'll see Genesis 22:1 reads, God tested Abraham. The meaning shifts entirely, doesn't it? Tempting someone is about luring them into evil. Testing someone is about revealing their character and strengthening their resolve. This idea of God testing his people is found all throughout the Old Testament. In Exodus, Moses tells the Israelites that God has come to test them so that they will not sin. It's the same Hebrew word, nisa. If we use the tempt translation there, the verse would make no sense. God tempts you so you won't sin. It's illogical. God wasn't tempting Israel to do wrong. He was testing their commitment to do right. It's the same with Abraham. The story isn't about God trying to make Abraham sin. It's the ultimate test of faith. God was revealing the depth of Abraham's trust and loyalty. And this lines up perfectly with what the book of James says just a few verses before the God doesn't tempt part. James writes, "Count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience." See the connection? James differentiates between trials, which are tests that build faith, and temptations to evil. God allows tests and trials to strengthen us, but he never tempts us to do evil. So, when we look at Genesis 22, it's not a story of God tempting Abraham to do evil. It's a profound story of God testing Abraham's faith, a trial that would prove his devotion and become an example for generations to come. So, is there a contradiction? Not at all. It's a misunderstanding based on a single word and a failure to consider the full meaning of the original language. When we dig a little deeper, the supposed contradiction disappears, and a much richer, more consistent message comes into focus. It shows that God tests our faith not to make us fail, but to help us grow stronger. Thanks for watching, and if this helped clarify things for you, be sure to like and subscribe for more content that dives deep into the scriptures.